Hey YouTube, so we are at the Mount Carmel track at Famous Reading Outdoors. This is before the COVID-19 stuff, and there's a map right there of Mount Carmel, and I believe we are in the above where it says keep out in the upper right area. I could be wrong, but I think that's the general area that we're in. And this is a green guided ride that we're on, and it's like one in a series of videos of us out here at Famous Reading Outdoors. And yeah, the red glow in the center of the screen is the camera mount, and there's that will only be there in a couple more videos. I swear, like we spray painted it black like last month, but this video footage is kind of old, getting old. Like it's still pretty new. I mean, like this was the first time we took the Jeep out, the Gladiator, and like I've explained to a lot of people, it takes a while to get the videos all like chopped up and like the post editing and the voiceover and the sound, and like it just takes a while to do all that stuff. And usually, like for me at least, the videos run about a month behind or so. So that's why it says March, and obviously this you're probably going to see this like sometime in the middle of April, like as silly as that sounds. And so anyway, so this is us out here at the Famous Reading Outdoors. First time in the Jeep, Gladiator, going out with it, and it's a Rubicon edition. If I didn't point that out or somebody didn't know that, so it's like the super off-road version on 33-inch tires. It's all stock except for CB radio antenna at this point, and a brake controller that I put in there, which obviously the brake controller is not going to benefit us at all. But we have a trailer and we go camping, and well, we hope to go camping. I don't know if we're going to go camping this year or not. We have a seasonal campsite, so I sure hope we're going to get to go camping. It would suck if camping season is canceled because of this stuff. But anyway, so we were out here kind of having a ball playing around with the Jeep, and you can see there are some obstacles like I was trying to explain before. Famous Reading Outdoors is broken into all these little tracts of land, and each track is a little bit different. So you can see that this area is like completely different than the last video. The last video looked like kind of big open areas, I think, and this is a lot more tight, and we're still in Mount Carmel. And there's some little rocks we're having to navigate over, and this is like no big deal for you guys with a buggy and stuff, but you know, obviously if you're in a stock vehicle like we are, we happen to be on 33s. I know like that is a little bit bigger than the non-Rubicon models, but still like there's some obstacles here that you have to kind of go over. Yeah, I think I could probably close my eyes and still it'd be fine. But yeah, for a newbie, like this is good. It's fun. And we're not a newbie, but we're a newbie in this vehicle. So everybody has to start somewhere. And this is, you know, we decided we wanted to start out with greens with a new truck. We didn't want to do anything stupid with it too early. There are quite a few different upgrades that we do have planned for this vehicle. Obviously, tire size. We do plan on upgrading the tires. We haven't like 100% definitively decided on the exact tires, the tire size that we're going to. But like what we have in mind right now is 35s. Like that's kind of what we have in mind. The Jeep is designed for 35s, like the Rubicons. The fenders are raised. The gearing is good for 35s. Like it's just all kind of built for 35s, and we've done like a lot of crazy stuff on 35s. We did SOP on 35s and the JKU. We did, and I don't plan on taking this truck on SOP like ever, honestly. We did Quorum Special at Gore on 35s. We did pretty much all like the entire AOA park, like every single black in the entire park, like on 35s. I don't remember if we had our 40s or not when we did Crawl Daddy at Roush. I think we were still on 35s, I'm pretty sure. So I mean, we did reds at Roush on 35s, and now I get that Crawl Daddy isn't the hardest one there. Like it's probably misrated. It probably should be black, but you know, it's not crucible or whatever. But still, like you can do some pretty crazy stuff on 35s. So you know, that's sort of what we're thinking. I know like you could get 37s on this Jeep. I've seen some videos of people showing off like 37s on the Jeeps, on the Gladiators stock Rubicon ones, and nothing rubs. Like supposedly, like you still have to do some bump stop, but like, you know, you can do full turn left and right, and it doesn't rub on anything with even 37s. the way they design these Rubicons. And some of the 37s apparently actually fit into the bed in the spare tire carrier. Not all of them, but some of them do. But pretty much all the 35s do, so that's why we're kind of thinking 35s. And I have absolutely no thoughts on wanting a tire size so big that I don't know what to do with the tire. I absolutely want the spare tire to fit like in the spare tire spot. Like that's like imperative, that it fits into the bed. So because of that, that means like 37, like some 37 would be the absolute maximum. And the problem with 37s, like even with a 410, is like you start to lose power. And I don't really know if I'm ready to re-gear this Jeep. Like I'm kind of thinking, just go up to 35s, like leave the stock gears, leave the stock axles, and then just like kind of call it a day. So other upgrades or whatever that we have in mind. So armor, and the armor actually is already on the Jeep. It just isn't on the Jeep in this video. We still have 2 more skid plates to put on that are a little bit more difficult to put on, but we have like most of the armor on. Like so, 90% of the armor is on the Jeep, and there'll be a video that I'll do that shows the armor. The armor that we went with was a rock hard skid plate armor system. It covers basically the entire bottom of the Jeep, and we went with aluminum because it's lightweight instead of steel. But that's like one of the big upgrades to me. It's like, to me, like if somebody wants to go off-roading, I mean, like, or whatever, the first thing to look at is lockers, the second thing to look at is tires, and then the next thing to look at is like armor. Or maybe it's even lockers, armor, and then tires. You know, and tires goes hand in hand with lift. You just get the minimum lift to get the tires on. So for me, I mean, I can get 35s, even 37s on with like no lift. So I don't really have a big interest in putting a lift on this vehicle. I mean, people ask about like getting a lift, and being low with big tires, like that's good. Like low is good. Low center of gravity, you don't want to be tipsy or anything like that. It's kind of just dumb. The people that are tall, like that's just like wall crawling stuff. Like honestly, like people might look down on me that, but like you just need enough lift to fit the tires on. Like that's pretty much it. Big tires are cool. Like I'm all over big tires. So if you need a big lift to get your big tires on, then like woohoo. But big lift with like little tires, like that's just silly. And since we only plan on doing 35s, we don't really even need a lift. And if we did do a lift, it'd be something really small, like a 2-inch lift or something like that, or 1 inch or something like that. I don't really have too many plans on doing any kind of lift type stuff. So we do have a CB radio that we installed also. The video is already up on that, I know. So I want to put an FRS radio in here, like something hardwired, but I haven't really figured out exactly what I want to put in here. I don't know if I'm going to do maybe just a handheld with a cigarette lighter type thing, or if I'm actually thinking of putting an external antenna, FRS, GMRS, whatever. I don't know really which way I want to go with it, because I want the vehicle to still stay kind of normal. I don't want it to be too ridiculous, covered with antennas and stuff. And the same goes with a ham radio. At some point probably I'll end up investing in a ham radio and renew my ham license. I don't know when that'll be, but at some point I'll probably do that. And once again, I don't want to be covered in antennas, so kind of have to figure out what I want to do with that. But I mean, other than that, I mean, there's not a whole lot more modification wise we really heavily have in mind. I mean, I put some lights on. There's a video that I'll post with lights, but I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, because we've got like everything we kind of need. We have the lockers, and we have the tires, and we have the armor, and we have the rock sliders, and we have some lights that we don't really need. And then we have when I say that, I mean pretty much almost every single time I've ever done a night ride, we've minimized the number of lights that we've had on, only the fog lights or something like that, because you only need to see the rocks, you don't need to see everything else. All the rest of the lights are really just out there for setting up camp or watching out for deer or something like that. Most night rides, especially if you go out with somebody else, all you're gonna do is blind them. So anyway, this is Famous Reading Outdoors, the Mount Carmel track, like I was saying, and hopefully you got an opportunity to see our Jeep out here, and you got an opportunity to see Mount Carmel, and kind of decide if this would be an area that you kind of want to go out and check out. So thank you, and please like and subscribe. That's super important. Thank you.